creating triggers for long-term positive behavior change. So when you're triggered positively. You get the positive behavior out of it. That's what we're talking about today. We all know what a trigger is. There's something happens, some kind of impulse that causes you to react a certain way. Let's make sure that reaction is the positive behavior that you want. We're going to talk about the concepts of motivation. Where is the motivation coming from for that behavior? And how do you hold yourself accountable? So that way it's always, you hold yourself accountable and it's always top of mind. The positive behavior is top of mind. All right, we're just like before, we're going to use a professional example and we're going to use a personal example. Professional example, delegating, what we talked about before. Personal, losing weight, being physically fit. Let's talk about motivation. Intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation. It might be a case in a professional example, delegating is the one we're going to talk about here. Maybe I'm being motivated because I get evaluated every year on my annual evaluation on delegating. I've never gotten a 5. I've always been a 3. I'm getting a 5. Extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic. I really think the best way to develop my team is by delegating more, so that way they learn. They have the hands-on, they really learn how to do it. Intrinsic motivation. Physical fitness, losing weight. I got to look good for my kid's wedding in June. Extrinsic or intrinsic. I'm really not feeling good the way I should before. I got some extra weight. I really think if I just start eating healthier and more exercise, I'm going to be better. Intrinsically motivated. Case is when we're motivated externally for some behavior, sometimes it's harder for us to hold it, particularly after we've reached the goal that we set. When it's internal, it's always keep going. It's easier to keep going. It's easier to make it continue to happen. All right, now let's talk about holding ourselves accountable. Several years ago when I read Marshall Goldsmith's book, Triggers, I've adopted his system here of where you are going to use this system of passive questioning. And I'll get 3 parts to it. Passive or active questioning, not passive. It's going to be focused on effort, not on the actual result. And it happens on a daily basis. So it happens every single day. And as you're looking at it, you're measuring the degree of effort that you've put into this as well. You'll understand it when we go through an example. So let's take our example. This is the case of delegation. A passive question on how well you're delegating, that you're holding yourself accountable. Did I delegate today? It's yes or no. Did I develop my people today? Yes or no. Did I do a good job developing my people? Yes or no. Those are passive questions. Active questions are something that I have to answer to a degree. It's not yes or no. Did I do my best to develop my people today? Did I do my best delegating projects today? How well did I delegate projects today? And now it's easier to answer those on a scale and give yourself a scale of 1 to 10. So now you have a degree that how well you've done. You have a degree and you are really measuring the effort that you put into it. So now you say, okay, I really did work hard on doing that today. Might not have been totally successful, but this is the degree of effort I put into it. So now you're measuring how you're getting there. So now you're thinking about that behavior. And you're measuring it on a daily basis. Daily basis, that's the hard part. Being able to do this on a regular basis. What are things that are really important to you? If delegation is important, what are the things about delegating that are important to you? Write those questions, measure it to a degree. Same thing on the personal side. How well did I do today with maintaining my fitness program? Did I do my best today to maintain my healthy eating program? Those are ways you're measuring the degree of effort that you put into it, not just the overall end result. It's a way to hold yourself accountable. And what you've done now is when things come to you, hey, we're going out, we're ordering out today, fast food here. What do you want? The question that comes to mind is, how well will this maintain my healthy eating program? How well will this maintain my fitness program? You're thinking about the effort you put in and the degree, and you do it on a regular basis. Behavior change is hard. You have to be consistent, and you have to evaluate yourself on a regular basis. This does that for you. One way to get you to make sure you have the positive behavior change that you want.